Hello, hello, hello. Shout out to the whole dreadlock community. How you guys doing? Hope all is well with everyone. Checking in with y'all in the afternoon. It's your girl Michelle, aka Dreadlock Diaries. Welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing fabulous. So today's conversation is going to be a quick Q&A. I'm deciding to do a Q&A because no matter where I am, I always get questions from people, whether it's on social media, in person. People always ask me like the darndest, weirdest questions. So I want to go over those questions, and I want to open up the chat to any live questions anyone may have. And if I see them, I will address them. So that's what we're going to get into. So you guys know I'm the host. I already said that. You guys know all about my dreadlocks story. I talk about my dreadlocks all the time. So we just skip that intro right now. So at this point in the game, I know some of you guys have some burning, deep, deep questions. Some of you guys may not. So for the meantime, I'm going to answer the questions that people gave me previously, and then I'll open the floor to more conversations or questions thereafter, if there are any. Yo, shout out. Thank you for popping in. So I'm gonna definitely, keep it simple. I'm gonna ask the basic. I'm gonna talk about the basic questions and give the basic responses, or the actual factual responses, and we can take it from there. So one thing I get a lot is people ask me, why did I decide to get my dreadlocks? That's not a difficult question for me. For me, I got my dreadlocks because I feel like I'm a tomboy at heart. I feel like I'm not the girly girl that likes to do her hair 24/7. And dreadlocks for me gave me that leisure of being able to get up and go, like how a guy can get up and go with a fresh cut. So that's why I got my dreadlocks, because I didn't want to do my hair that often, and it was a hairstyle that would require me eventually to not have to do much to my hair. So that's number one. Another question I get from people is, do dreadlocks smell? And I feel like that's such a weird question. I feel like anybody's hair can smell if you don't wash your hair a lot, if you work out a lot, you wear a lot of hats, or cover up protection styles, or if you're a heavy sweater. Yeah, your hair is gonna stink. But in general, no, dreadlocks don't stink. But like everyone else's hair, if your hair is sweaty, or your scalp is sweaty, or your body is sweaty, or you're not washing your hair for weeks at a time, yes, it can have a stench. The same stench anyone else's hair will get. Any black, brown, Latino, white, Korean, Jamaican, African, any other culture gets the same situation. So it's nothing different. And yes, tomboy. I've been a tomboy my whole life. I really do. The next question I get from people is, do you trim your locks? So I have yet to trim my locks, but in the lock hair community, yes, people do trim their locks. They trim their locks for different reasons. They trim their locks because their locks may be uneven. They trim their locks because they just want a shorter length. They trim their locks for a style, or they trim their locks, for a trend. So yes, people do trim their locks, but no, I have never trimmed my own locks. The next question I get from a lot of people is it expensive to have dreadlocks? So my answer to that is like a double-edged sword. In the beginning, yes, it is expensive because you're relying heavily on a loctician or a stylist to get your hair to form and lock. So you're constantly paying that person each time you visit them to do your hair, whether it's a wash or a twist or a detox, or whatever it may be. You're being charged each time you go to the salon in the beginning. And in the beginning, you may not go as often as necessary, but depending if you have a loctician or not, it can be anywhere from $90 to $500 per session for your hair. So yes, that's the answer to that. The next question I get from people is, how long do locks last? So if we're talking about actual dreadlocks, like the ones I have, not the fox crochet locks, natural dreadlocks last as long as you keep care of them, and maintain them to their, longest and best health and possibility. If you have crochet locks, are extensions added on top of your natural hair, that style may last anywhere between, I would say, 4 to 8 weeks, depending on how you're keeping your hair covered up, tied up, twisted, or whatever you may be doing to it. The next thing people ask me is, why did I decide to color my locks? I've said this on a few videos prior, some short videos, some long form, but I decided to color my locks because, again, I'm a big Mary J. Blige fan, YO Yonkers, New York, and she inspired me. Her hair color, her confidence, her beauty. To me, I wanted to have that look. So that's why I decided to color my locks. The next thing up, people ask me who does my hair. Well, I do have a loctician I go to when I can afford to, and I currently now do my own hair. I'm now in the game, part of the game where I can actually do my own wash, my own twist, my own style, my own oil, all by myself. Excuse me. I still have some lingering germs from like way, way too long ago, and it just does not seem to want to go anywhere. The next question I get is, can anyone get dreadlocks regardless of their hair types? I say absolutely yes. Spanish people can get it, Indian people, Caucasian people, black people, Jamaican people, every culture or every ethnic background group can get locks. There is no such thing as someone hair being too shiny or too straight or too dense or too curly or too thick for getting locks. So everyone can get locks. The difference is with each culture and ethnic background and race and group, it may take longer for individuals people here to lock because of the texture. If it's really soft, it's going to take a long time. If it's really coarse and thick, it may lock up sooner than the regular normal person's hair may do. So it definitely, depends on the grade and texture of the person's hair. Shout out to Just Chillin'. The next thing I get from people is, do dreadlocks damage your hair? I'm gonna say no. The whole point of dreadlocks is that you don't touch your hair, you don't manage your hair, and it continues to grow. All the excess shedded hair, dirty hair, clean hair continues to grow inside of the locks. So, um, dreadlocks itself will not damage your hair, but miscaring for your hair can damage your dreadlocks, if that makes any sense. So again, if you're not keeping up with the maintenance of it, and you're not on point with the things you need to do, it's gonna just get damaged just because you're not doing what it's supposed to do. Um, the next question I get is, can you take out dreadlocks? So yes, I have not taken out my dreadlocks. I've told you guys a few videos ago. I've watched a lot of videos recently of people taking out their locks after 4 years, 3 years, etc., etc., etc. And I've seen there's a comb out method and there is a cut out method. Most people seem to go with the cut out method because it's faster. And some people want to hold on to their strands and they go with the comb out method, which can be a very lengthy process, can take days or weeks to get done. It definitely cannot, it can be done in one setting, but most people I see on YouTube, they take several days. They get a lot of help to have someone help them because it can be a tiring process. But the point of them doing that is to not cut all of their hair off, to not start from the beginning of having hair, and to not have to worry about, starting from the beginning. So to each his own. If I decided to cut off my locks or not have locks anymore, I'm not sure which one I would do. It really would depend, but I don't want to talk about that because I'm still loving this lock journey. If you made it this far into this live video, I'm hoping you guys are feeling like you're getting some substance. You're getting something from this video, some value, some input or something. If you're watching this video and you're... Hello, how you guys doing? This is Michelle. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. If you feel you're getting any value at all, please make sure you do me the justice of hitting that like and subscribe button. That's all I'm asking you. It ain't gonna cost you nothing, just to like and to subscribe, share my video. That's all I'm asking you. So moving along, people always ask me, what's the best way to start your locks? Because, it's a long, lengthy journey and people are always trying to find out the easiest, most efficient way to do it. What I would say is I would start my lock journey in the winter time. I say the winter time because it's a time where you're indoors for the most part, so people are not going to see you. I will also say start your lock journey during the time where you have time to take care of your hair. I will also say, start your lock journey when you're just so tired and so tired and so tired of thinking about getting dreadlocks. So that would be my input and my advice. I wouldn't want to encourage anyone to start their lock journey during the summertime because your hair is going to get really unraveled often, and it can get very messy very often, and you may find yourself spending a lot of money going back and forth to your stylist to get touch-ups and retwists, and you could be damaging your hair with the over management of retwisting early on, and you're spending a lot of money. And it's the summertime, it's super hot, so all of those things, in addition to maybe if you work out, maybe if you have kids, maybe you're an extremely heavy active person who's really active and always out and about, your hair is not going to last, and you're going to be feeling like you're spending a lot of money. You're going to be frustrated. And this is for people that cannot do it themselves or do not know anyone who can do it for them. So I do see I have some comments in the chat. I'm going to go check out the chat right now, see what's going on over there. Good afternoon, Jose. Thank you for popping in. How are you? Good afternoon. Good to see you. But it really depends, Um, so from what I could see about how people take out their locks, when they're actually combing them out, they're usually using water, conditioner, and a comb. They're starting at the ends of their locks, jumping up to the roots of their lock, and they're slowly um separating and combing with a rat tail comb, with a lot of heavy conditioner to the point that the lock is saturated, and they're just slightly gently combing out slowly from the ends of the locks, jumping up to the roots of the lock until they see they're getting that opening of seeing their hair unravel. Yes, people lose a lot of hair when they comb out their locks, but to each his own. It's a personal preference. Everyone has a different preference on what they want to do and how they want to do it. So again, you may say, I don't got the time, I'm gonna just cut my locks out. Some of you may say, no, my hair takes a long time to grow. It's gonna take too long for my hair to get past my shoulders or past my chin or down my back. I can't afford to cut these dreadlocks out because I don't want them anymore. So you all may have a different thing you may feel about them. Okay, so for those people that just have no idea what dreadlocks are, I want to try to give like a little deeper description, because when I just say locks, or when I say, old hair and new hair matters together, some people really don't get it. So I looked up a definition that I feel like is like, for dummies, super simple. So here it is. Dreadlocks, often simply called dreads or locks, are rope-like strands of hair formed by matting or braiding. There are several methods to form them, including backcombing, twisting, and the neglect method. Where hair natural sorry, where where hair naturally knots are mat over time. I didn't understand that last part, but it says where hair naturally knots mat over time. So what I get from that is, if you don't touch your hair for weeks and months at a time, naturally your hair is going to start to mat. Naturally, your hair is going to start to, come together. So that's how that works. So if anyone doesn't understand anything about this, again, please just continue to just leave a comment, leave a message. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about it. And that's what I can tell you. So I'm now 4 years locked as of June 1st, 2024. And as you can see, it has grown a lot. It's grown a whole lot. It's grown so much that it's past my shoulders. It's almost to the middle of my back, almost by my bra strap. So for me, it's great. For you, you may not like it. I feel like you shouldn't overthink it. You should just do it. The longer you take to think about it, you'll just never get it. And you'll just feel like, maybe next time, maybe another time, and you're probably just not going to get it. So I would just recommend you just try it. You just do it and not overthink it or procrastinate about it. Because the longer you do it again, you're going to just get frustrated. So I definitely showed you guys some pictures over the time from day one to now. In addition to the pictures, I've also showed you guys videos. I've showed you guys the stylists. I've showed you guys celebrities, people that inspired me or motivated me to say, okay, I want to get my locks. Even people like Mary J. Blige and her platinum blonde color hair. Like, I really liked her hair color that much that I said, you know what, I'm going to try to do this with my locks and see how it works out. And it worked out fine. And I'm now approaching my second year in there. And it feels good. It definitely feels great. So that's my Q&A, candid dread conversation, all the weird, crazy things people ask me over time about my dreads, all the weird things, people ask me via DM, in person. It's all those weird things. But for me, it's not weird because people don't know what they don't know. But for people who do know, it's just like, okay, they have somebody to ask directly and get that information directly, and they took advantage of it. The same way I take advantage of it, of looking at other people's YouTube videos, talking to people, meeting people in person, inquiring about their dreadlock journeys and all of that. It's the only way you're going to find out and know for sure. So with that said, peace out, Lock Kings and Queens. Peace out, dreadlock community people. And again, don't overthink it. Just do it. Don't be like me. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Just Chillin'. Shout out to Uncommon Sense with Jose and the Grown. Didn't expect any guys in here, considering this is like a whole, feminine kind of talk, because I do a lot of this hair talk, makeup talk kind of thing. But I get it. You guys want to show the love and the support, right back at you. Don't forget to show some love over here to the Cash App. If you know, I really appreciate you on that. And if you didn't know as well, please make sure you like and subscribe to the new channel, for all the solicited information that I can't talk about here, that doesn't fit any playlist here. Y'all can find it over there. So that's NY Grapevine, NY Grapevine. That's a new channel. I haven't posted a lot over there recently, but I'm gonna get back on to posting over there. So peace out. Hope all is well. It's been a long time since I've been live at 1 o'clock. It's been months, but I feel like I owed you guys some videos since this weekend when I screwed up my entire schedule with my wine and FaceTime. So this video was a double whammy to make up for, this weekend. Hope you guys appreciate it. And again, if you found any content value here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So peace out. I got one more comment in the chat before I go. Okay. Same to you. Be easy. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.